All right, so today we are diving deep into Who Moved My Cheese.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, this book is, well, it's like that friend who gives you advice that sounds super simple,
Yeah.
but then it turns out to be like brilliant. It's
Okay.
about how to deal with change.
Mm-hmm.
But he uses this story with mice and these little people
Okay.
to make its point. So we're going to unpack like all the messages
Okay.
and see how they apply to, like your life,
Yeah.
work, relationships, you name it.
It's wild how this story, it's so simple, right?
Yeah.
But people connect with it,
Yeah.
like all over the world, different backgrounds.
Totally.
Like you look in a mirror and you see yourself, or like parts of yourself, I guess.
Exactly. And those parts are basically the characters, right?
Okay.
Sniff, scurry, hem, and haw.
Got it.
They each react in their own way when, their cheese
Yes.
disappears.
They're cheese.
Yeah. And that's the thing they value most in the world.
Mm.
So as we go through this story, think about which character you're most like.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like when you're going through change.
Oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because knowing how you react to change
Yeah.
is super important. Like
Yeah.
if you want to figure out how to deal with it better.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So the story takes place in this world called the maze,
Okay.
and the characters are always looking for cheese.
Okay, so the maze is a metaphor.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese is, it's anything we crave in life,
Mm-hmm.
like success, comfort, maybe even love.
Oh, yeah.
And the maze is, well, it's where we look for those things.
That makes sense.
Yeah, pretty universal, right?
For sure. And the cool thing is how Johnson takes these basic human things, our desires and struggles,
Yeah.
and he puts them onto these characters, these 4 personalities.
Right.
It's like a framework for understanding how we react to change, because change always happens, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so picture this. All 4 characters are hanging out at Cheese Station C, just munching away, having a good time.
Living the dream.
Yeah, and then one day, bam, the cheese is gone,
Oh, no.
vanished. Now, the mice, Sniff, and Scurry,
Yeah.
they don't even think twice.
Really?
They're like, okay, no cheese here, let's go find some more.
Wow.
Yeah, they just accept that the situation has changed
Interesting.
and start looking for new cheese right away.
So they're proactive.
Totally. No drama, no complaining, just action.
It's instinct, huh?
Yeah, pure instinct.
Got it.
But Hem and Haw,
Yeah.
they're a completely different story. Hem and Haw is totally freaking out.
Oh, no. What's he doing?
He's like, it's not fair. This isn't right. He's in denial, angry, blaming everyone.
Oh, so he's resisting the change,
Exactly.
like big time.
Yeah, we all know someone like that.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah, that fear of the unknown can be paralyzing.
It can.
Mm.
And he's not yelling and stuff, but he's frozen. Can't make a decision.
Oh, so he's stuck too.
Oh, yeah. Full of what ifs and regrets.
Like, what,
Why didn't I see this coming? Oh, yeah.
that kind of thing.
I do.
So he's overthinking everything,
Yeah. That's me sometimes.
Right. It's funny because the mice, they just act.
Right.
But he actually has to go through this whole process of learning and growth.
Yeah. He's got to figure it out.
Yeah. And he leaves himself these messages, these little notes on the wall.
To help him.
Yeah, they call it the handwriting on the wall.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it helps him change his mindset.
I like that.
Yeah. And that's where like the real heart of the story is,
Yeah.
It's in Haw's journey.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes that change is just going to happen.
Right.
So you got to adapt.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite things he writes is, what would you do if you weren't afraid?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
It is.
It makes you think like, how much does fear hold us back?
All the time.
Right. But Haw's question is like a challenge,
To get past the fear.
Yeah, to move past it, even when it's hard.
Yeah. I like that.
So as Haw starts to accept this new way of looking at things, he starts imagining himself finding new cheese.
Okay.
He sees all the good that could come from it, like new opportunities,
Nice.
fresh start,
Mm-hmm.
a chance to grow.
That's cool.
And that visualization is key,
Totally.
He's not just running around lost anymore.
Right.
He's got a goal now, a vision.
Yeah, something to aim for.
Exactly.
So he's got a plan.
Yeah, like he's creating this roadmap for change in his mind.
Love it. So it's not just thinking positive, though, right?
No. He's got to put in the work. you
Yeah.
know. Face the fears and keep going.
I feel that.
Right. You got to let go of that old sheet.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that attachment to how things used to be.
And be open to something new.
Exactly. And have you ever had to do that in your life?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like let go of something familiar.
It's hard.
Yeah, a job or a relationship
Mm-hmm.
or even just like a belief that you used to hold.
Totally.
It could be scary, right?
It is.
But there's this feeling of freedom when you get to the other side.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Totally.
Yeah.
And in the book, Ha finds this big pile of old cheese.
Okay.
It's all moldy and gross.
Ew.
Yeah. And it's like this reminder that holding on to the past can be toxic.
Ooh. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that saying, what is it?
What's the saying?
What got you here won't get you there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, sometimes you need to see it to really get it, you know,
Yeah.
like that gross cheese.
Sometimes you need a good visual,
You do.
like to really drive the point home.
Yeah, and that's when Ha realizes he's got to change.
Mm-hmm.
He starts to smell the cheese often.
Okay.
That's what one of his notes says.
So he's being more aware.
Yeah, he's paying attention to those little changes
Yeah.
so he can anticipate when it's time to move on.
That's so smart.
Right. It's like being proactive instead of waiting till it's too late.
Definitely. Yeah, and being aware not just of what's around you,
Yeah.
but like inside you too.
That's good, yeah.
Like, are your habits, your beliefs, are they still working for you?
Oh, I like that.
Or are they holding you back?
It's like doing a cheese checkup on your life.
A cheese checkup. I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not literally sniffing cheese, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
You got to constantly check in and see what needs to change.
I agree. Yeah.
And, you know, that question Ha wrote,
Which one?
what would I do if I wasn't afraid?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
That can help with that cheese checkup.
Totally. Because then you can think outside the box, you know?
You could
Explore those possibilities.
Yeah, so think about it. Where in your life are you holding on to that old cheese?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, maybe it's a job that's not fulfilling anymore,
Yeah.
or a relationship that's kind of stuck,
Mm-hmm.
or even just a bad habit.
Yeah.
What would it look like to go for that new cheese in those areas?
What's holding you back? What are you afraid of?
And what could you do, even just one small thing, to start moving towards something better?
Yeah, small steps.
Yeah, because remember Ha's journey?
Yeah.
It all started with just one step out of Cheese Station C.
One step at a time.
And eventually, after a lot of ups and downs,
Yeah,
Ha finds new cheese.
he does.
Yeah, at Cheese Station N.
Right.
He's back with Sniff and Scurry. They're already settled in, loving it.
They found it first, huh?
They did.
Good for them.
But it's not just about finding the new cheese, right?
No.
It's about the journey to get there.
Oh, okay.
That's where the transformation happens.
Yeah.
Ha, he doesn't just find new cheese.
Right.
He becomes a new Ha.
I like that.
Yeah, more confident,
Mm-hmm.
more resilient,
Yeah.
more adaptable.
He's changed.
He has. Yeah, he's learned to laugh at his mistakes
Good.
and celebrate the small wins, you know,
That's important.
and trust his instincts.
He doesn't just survive the change.
He doesn't.
He thrives.
He does. And that's the big takeaway here, right?
Yeah.
Change isn't something to be afraid of.
Mm-hmm.
It's a chance to grow, to find your strengths, and to create a better life.
Love that.
But the book doesn't tell us what happens to him.
Oh, yeah. What about
He's
here?
still back at Cheese Station C.
Still.
Yeah, complaining and saying it's not fair.
Oh.
Do you think he ever finds new cheese?
Good question.
It's open-ended. You know, it makes you think about the choices we make.
Consequences.
Yeah, are we going to be like him?
Stuck in the past.
Yes, stuck and resentful.
Or like Ha.
Yeah, embracing the unknown
Moving forward.
and finding new ways to thrive.
I like Ha better.
Me too.
Definitely.
It's a good reminder that we always have a choice.
Even when things feel out of control,
Exactly.
we can choose how to respond.
And sometimes that means asking for help, like Ha did with his friend Michael.
Oh, right, Michael. He's the one who tells Ha the story.
He
He's
is.
a mentor.
Yeah, kind of. He guides Ha through those tough moments.
Yeah, it's good to have someone like that.
It is. It's so important to have support when things are changing.
Totally. Someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, a friend, a family member, a therapist,
Someone to listen.
a mentor, anyone who can help.
Yeah. It makes a big difference.
So let's switch gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about how this book has landed with people in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
It's been used in tons of companies, right?
Oh, yeah.
To help people deal with change at work.
Like businesses, schools.
Yeah.
Government.
I think it's because it gives you this shared language, you know,
Yeah.
a way to talk about change without getting too technical.
Right.
It makes it feel more relatable.
More approachable.
Yeah, less scary.
It is kind of scary.
Change is scary.
It is.
But this book, it gives you a framework
Yeah.
for understanding how you react and what you can do about it.
To adapt.
Yeah. It's like, who moved my cheese? is this language everyone can speak.
Yeah.
But it's not just for work, right?
No, not at
It's
all.
how we deal with change as a society.
Like all the big stuff, you know?
Technology changing so fast.
Yeah.
Environment, global politics.
It's like the cheese is always moving
It is.
on a huge scale.
Yeah, and we got to adapt as a whole planet, right?
We do.
Makes you think, are we more like Sniff and Scurry?
Ready to change.
Yeah, ready to go find that new cheese.
Or hem, clinging to the old ways.
Oh, hem.
Yeah, stuck.
That's a big question, huh?
It is.
It's not just about us changing on our own.
No.
It's about systems changing.
Like our leaders,
Yeah.
organizations,
Governments.
everyone
They got to be willing to smell the cheese.
anticipate the future.
Yeah, not just react when it's too late.
Exactly.
We need a culture of agility.
Where trying new things is good.
Yeah.
Learning, experimenting,
And adapting.
not being afraid to change.
That's the real power of this book, I think.
Yeah.
It's not just self-help.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah, it's like a guide to a better future.
More resilient.
Totally.
Instead of fear, curiosity.
Yeah, what if we got excited about change
What if?
instead of dreading it?
Yeah.
Like change is a chance to learn,
He grow.
create something amazing.
I like that.
You know what's interesting?
What?
House actually likes the new cheese more.
Really?
Yeah, more than the old one.
Why?
I think it's because he went through so much to get it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like the journey made it taste better.
Oh, that's deep.